This video, I decided to put in a short video on a couple of new things I learned about the characteristics of the coronavirus and would like to share them with you. Most of you would know it, and I would talk a little bit about face masks that people have been going around wearing them. And I had a couple of questions from friends about it, and we had discussions around it. There's a new study from the New England Journal of Medicine from the scientists from CDC, UCLA, Princeton, stating that the coronavirus that produces the disease COVID-19 stays in the air for up to 3 hours. Stays in the air on aerosols for up to 3 hours, 4 hours in copper, 9 hours in the clothes. Still some debates around it, but proven 24 hours on cardboard and on stainless steel and plastic surfaces up to 2 to 3 days. That is 72 hours, which is a long time. So first, in air, we know it's not an airborne disease, but it still gets transmitted in the forms of droplets out of an infected person. But it could stay hanging in the air on droplets and aerosols for up to 3 hours. What are aerosols? Aerosols are suspensions of solid particles or droplets in air. There are natural aerosols and there are anthropogenic aerosols. Anthropogenic would be smoke and like pollutants, and natural would be fog or dust particles, etc. So 3 hours in aerosols in air, still not an airborne. Airborne would be that if there's one sick person in the room because of a virus, it could infect everybody else in the room. As far as in a aerosol like the coronavirus hangs, the droplet still has to go into another person to transmit the disease. Second, on coin, it could stay up to 4 hours. So I personally do not deal with copper. I mean, not coins only, but copper. I do not personally deal with it, but for people who work in stores and shops who deal with coins, be careful do your hand hygiene around using of copper. Third, it's going to stay on cardboard for up to 24 hours. Cardboard, where do we see cardboard? Cardboard could be in the form of shipping mail, like boxes that get delivered toward mail, or my coffee with this little cardboard on it. So what I'm doing personally in the house about the shipping boxes, the shipped boxes that come to my house, to my front door or in the mailbox, we're not picking them up or touching them till 24 hours later. So if the mail's delivered at 1 p.m., I'm not going to touch it or pick it up till the next day, 24 hours later, after 1 p.m. Everybody in my house is advised, and we're following that. It may seem a little over the board, but we rather be safe, correct? Second, as far as coffee, I personally haven't gone outside and taken food from outside, but today I really needed the coffee. This cardboard piece on it, I have kept it from a few days ago, so it's more than 24 hours. And I am taking the lid off and drinking my coffee off from it. Best to have it in your in your own personal cup if you can get it poured. Picking up food from outside, because this is a respiratory disease, it's considered still okay to do a takeout. Advised not to eat in the restaurants, as your transmission of disease would be through utensils and plates and common surfaces and tables that you would touch over there. Because it's not a digestive tract disease, we don't know much about it. According to the infectious disease physicians out there, epidemiologists, and other biologists, scientists, it's still okay to do a takeout, cook your foods well. Veggies and fruits, don't have a study as to what happens to how long the virus stays on the veggies and the fruits. I'm personally not doing any veggies and fruits as of right now. But according to the CDC physicians and people who have been talking out in the news, it's wash them well for 20 seconds or so. As far as masks are concerned, so I wanted to share with you mask information. So these, you see some people out there wearing these surgical masks. These are surgical masks. These are meant for people who are actually sick, who actually are sneezing, coughing. This is to prevent the other people, from the healthy people, from catching stuff from them. So all their sneeze and the droplets from their mouth can get stopped by these masks. These masks, when you wear on your mouth, they stay open from the sides. They're not fitted to your face, so these are not considered to prevent you from the disease. So these are meant for sick people, not for the people who are healthy. So no point wearing these around. To stay safe from getting the virus is to keep your distance, social distancing. If I have time, we'll talk about that later. This is the N95 mask. This is the mask that is approved and actually regulated by OSHA and by NIOSH, the regulatory body from the government. These N95, the reason they're called N95, they are supposed to be filtering 95% of the airborne particles through it to reach to you. These, when healthcare workers, these are supposed to be worn by healthcare workers who are actually attending the COVID-19 patients, or patients with other serious airborne conditions, diseases. These are in the healthcare environments. These are fitted to our faces, so they're supposed to have a perfect fitting on our face. Still, even if they're not fit tested, I think for right now they're okay. They're going to prevent most of the airborne pathogens. So surgical masks, not much good. This is what's going to prevent you, but again, leave it for the healthcare providers. There's a big scarce of these out there. Do not empty out the shelves. We can hardly find them in our hospital. In hospitals, we have very few of them. And we have kept it for people who are actually right now actively attending COVID-19 patients. So be mindful of everybody else around you. Stay safe, and wash your hands again. I would emphasize the best way to prevent the virus is wash your hands. Water, put the soap on your hands, lather it between your fingers, on your thumbs, palms, the twist, both ways to take care of the virus between these. Make sure to do the back of your hands, 20 seconds for sure, your little happy birthday song, or Mississippi's, like I said before. Rinse it off, paper towel to dry it, and use the paper towel to close the faucet, throw it away. Second, social distancing. What does social distancing mean? The social distancing means minimizing your contact with people and meeting people, and keeping 6 feet away the most you can. Another thing we were discussing today was travel. Somebody was asking whether, when if you're traveling in an airplane, would that, because it's circulating the same air, this has been going around for a while, it's circulating the same air, would I be infected if I'm sitting at the back of the plane and a COVID-19 patient is sitting in front of the plane? Most probably not. Most of these new planes have HEPA filters, which actually filter most of the pathogens out. These are hospital grade filters that are supposed to get rid of most of the pathogens in the air. So stay safe, guys. Wipe down your places. Phones, wipe down your phones. Phones carry a lot of germs and viruses on them, the way we use them all the time. So wipe it down with a disinfectant wipe, if you can. If you don't have a disinfectant wipe, very important thing, the video is getting long. A very important thing is that, according to the CDC, 4 teaspoons of bleach in a quart of water would do it. If you can't find the disinfectant wipes, you can't find Lysol sprays, take 4 teaspoons of bleach in 1 quart of water. 1 quart is 32 ounces. This is from CDC recommendations. Stay safe, guys. I'll see you once I make a few more changes in my life according to what I find out. Take care.